My name is Rosemary Swift. I'm a makeup artist, and I'm the creator-founder of RMS Beauty, and today we're going to be talking about natural makeup. Natural beauty to me is something that is grown from the earth, from Mother Earth, and has been cultivated naturally and put into your products. You know, whether it's an oil, whether it's a butter, whether it's a herb, or I should say herb. I always say that wrong. That's a Canadian in me. Anyway, so, you know, where it's natural, it hasn't had all these crazy things done to it. And it's more nourishing for the skin. In my belief, it's more nourishing for the skin. It's better for you. I think natural beauty products have improved a lot. When I first started doing my brand, actually even before I started doing my brand, I used to look at what was out there and I go, these aren't natural beauty products, come on. And now we've got makeup artists doing products, we've got people aware of what's in the product, so you're being questioned constantly on whether, you know, this ingredient or that ingredient. So it has to improve. We can't let it sit the way it was quite a few years ago. And we need more pigment color, that's been added. We need better quality ingredients, that's been done. We need more scientific research, that's being done. So it is getting up to a very high capability of being compared to traditional cosmetics. I'm going to bring up something very interesting here. People sometimes ask me about my red lipstick. And then this is where the topic of pigment, colors being in the cosmetic industry. Now what's really interesting is you cannot get a bright red in the industry at all. You have to use synthetic color. And people go, oh my God, synthetic color, it's so bad for you. Well, there are synthetic color and then there's synthetic color. And I always say that, you know, the synthetic color that is used in cosmetics nowadays is food grade, cosmetic grade. It'd be the same thing as you're getting in your red gummy bears, same thing you're getting in your yogurt cherries that is cherry flavored or raspberry flavored. It's the same thing. And in natural cosmetics, they don't use a lot of the synthetic. They'll add minerals also in there. So the mineral color is giving it that boost. So there is, you know, staying potential compared to what was used in the olden days. You know, everything was more little, you know, they weren't brave enough to really put all that bright color in. I'm coming from fashion. I want to give you bright, fashion-forward colors. Okay, so people ask me, how would they start? What's the first thing you do to change your toiletry bag or cupboard, whatever? And I always tell people the first thing I think about is the skin. The skin is your largest organ. So it's going to absorb, contrary to most people thinking it doesn't absorb, it does absorb. And I would suggest with the skin, so that would be your cleanser, your body cream, your moisturizer, your bath salts, all those kind of things. I would start there first. And as for a lip balm with SPF, I suggest to people not to use a synthetic and choose a lip balm that has a natural SPF in it, which would be something from titanium dioxide or zinc oxide. The ingredients that I suggest oil-wise for me that I love are coconut oil. And the reason I chose coconut oil is because coconut oil is very high in lauric and caprylic acid. In nature, they have the highest level of those. Do you know where the other high levels are? Human breast milk, believe it or not. So lauric acid and caprylic acid are antifungal and antimicrobial, antibacterial. That's pretty major. And the other favorite oil of mine is jojoba oil. Jojoba oil is closest to human skin. Another oil is bariti oil, which interestingly enough is a natural SPF. The industry right now is studying it because of the high natural SPF qualities to it. And I use that in my brand. And also rosehip oil, very high in natural vitamin C. And tamano oil is another antioxidant oil that's good to use. There's a lot of oils out there. But again, you have to make sure that you find out how these are processed and how they're refined and what they've done and whether extreme heat has been added to them or not. As for ingredients, I love to use waxes. I also like to use a lot of herbs, mostly in my beauty oil that I have. And a lot of herbs actually can help balance the skin. A lot of herbs have antifungal and antibacterial properties again, too. And they have healing properties. They also have natural vitamins, natural minerals in some cases. And so they're very, very good for the skin. One of my favorite herbs I love to use, which I use in my beauty oil, is ashwagandha. It's turmeric, sarsaparilla, marigold, horsetail, safflower, St. John's. These are all herbs that are actually adaptogenic, which means they help balance the skin. So any herb that to me is an adaptogenic for balancing the skin works. Okay, so when it comes to what would I tell you not to use? Okay, I would say be careful of products with the alcohol in it because most of it's obviously synthetic alcohol. It's not good for the skin, it dries it out. I also tend to avoid sodium lauryl sulfate. It's a cleanser. It kind of strips the skin down again, kind of takes away your own healthy bacteria from your skin. And I would say also SPF, synthetic SPF, I am not a fan. When it comes to like, your cleansers, your moisturizer and all that, I'm a firm believer of less is more. Buying a product with a big, huge deck on the back with 10 million ingredients on it, they're all tongue twisters. You don't know what they are. I avoid all that stuff. I like to see normal things on the back. I like to see coconut oil or jojoba oil or, marigold flowers, whatever. But I like to see a simple, clean deck. Less is more. I'm into simplicity. And I think when you over produce or over stack in all this stuff into a product, I think you're doing actually more damage than you're doing good. It's too much stuff. The skin can't handle it. Less is more. Actually, one of the other things that I want to mention is the fact of seeing water as first ingredient on the label. As soon as you see water as a first ingredient, then you need your emulsifiers and you need your preservatives. So right there, water, debatable, because you don't want to add those chemicals in. They're not good for the skin. I'm going to now mention a couple brands that I would use, in fact, that I tell people to use for various things. Okay, one of the brands I do like is Dr. Alkaitis. He's a molecular biologist and a physical chemist. He has a skincare brand that I completely approve of. I also like Dr. Bronner's as just for cleaning, basic cleaning of your skin. And I also tell people to clean my brushes with the Dr. Bronner's soap because it's a pretty healthy soap. My favorite product from my brand, hands down, is my Living Luminizer. I feel that I kind of put luminizers on the map because I've got so many different ones, and they're my cult hero. And they're just a highlighter that goes on the skin. It just makes you look like you're just really magically alive and lit from within. So those are basically my top tips for a natural makeup bag. And go natural, man. I'm telling you, that's where it's at.